Matt Ross' Captain Fantastic presents us a very fertile reflection when read through the lens of Noam Chomsky's political philosophy. Chomsky's critique of power and ideology offers a clarifying frame for understanding the film's central tension, the desire to develop critical thinking versus the gravitational pull of mainstream society. Importantly, Ross does not explore this tension only through dialogue or plot, but through cinematic contrasts between spaces, bodies, and ways of seeing the world. Careful, spoilers ahead. Chomsky argues that modern societies are shaped by powerful institutions, governments, corporations, and media that influence how we think, often without us realizing it. This creates what he calls manufactured consent, where people accept certain beliefs because they are constantly reinforced, not because they have freely chosen them. Ben Cash tries to escape exactly this kind of influence. By raising his children deep in the forest, he builds a small world that appears visually and ideologically separate from consumerism, corporate power, and social conformity. Cinematically, the forest is filmed as open, physical, and demanding. Long shots emphasize collective movement, bodies climbing, running, hunting together. There are few artificial lights, few cuts, and little background noise beyond nature itself. This visual language reinforces the idea that Ben is trying to create a space free from the invisible forces that shape most people's lives, a counter-hegemonic micro-society that resists the constant stimulation and distraction of modern life. His children learn philosophy, politics, survival skills, and most importantly, how to question everything through dialogue, debate, and embodied experience rather than passive consumption. This reflects Chomsky's idea of intellectual self-defense, not memorizing facts, but developing the ability to question authority and dominant narratives. But the film also interrogates the paradoxes inherent to Ben's version of resistance. Chomsky believes that the real goal isn't to run away from society, but to make it more fair, open, democratizing knowledge and power. Ben, however, often behaves like the very authority figure he's reacting against. While early scenes often present him as heroic, the camera increasingly reveals moments of rigidity and emotional distance. His authority is rarely challenged visually. He stands while others sit, he speaks while others listen. Though he teaches his children to question everything, his own worldview is rarely open to debate. In Chomsky's term, Ben unintentionally reproduces a concentration of power, becoming a single source of truth, something Chomsky warns against in any political or social system. The film's most explicit cinematic critique emerges when the family enters mainstream America. The visual style changes dramatically. Enclosed suburban homes, flat lighting, muted colors, and cluttered interiors replace the openness of the forest. Shopping malls and highways are filmed as overwhelming and disorienting rather than exciting. These spaces become the cinematic embodiment of manufactured consent, environments designed for comfort, consumption, and compliance. The Cash children's blunt honesty and lack of social filters expose how much of everyday life depends on unspoken rules, avoidance of discomfort, and unexamined norms. At the same time, Ross avoids turning mainstream society into a simple villain. Scenes involving illness, grief, and family conflict are shot with restrained and emotional weight, suggesting that Ben's rejection of society also carries real costs. This aligns with Chomsky's belief that the solution is not withdrawal but participation, challenging systems while remaining thoughtfully and compassionately engaged. The film's narrative arc moves toward this balance, a life where critical thinking and human connection coexist. By the end, Captain Fantastic refuses easy answers. Its final images suggest neither total isolation nor full assimilation, but a quieter negotiated middle ground. The cinematic resolution echoes Chomsky's insistence that resisting dominant power structures is both necessary and difficult. Radical critique can reveal the invisible scaffolding of society, but it must be paired with humility, dialogue, and shared decision-making. No system, including the countercultural one, escapes the perpetual struggle against unexamined authority. The film ultimately shows that questioning everything is important, but so is listening, compromising, and building a life where freedom is shared, not imposed. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to keep track of other videos. Don't hesitate to leave a comment or to contact me if you want to know more. See you next time!